Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the dreaded D-Rose report. I was wondering where you were. I've been waiting for you to click. Hey, WWE Champion The Miz is going to be appearing at the Warwick Mall in Providence, Rhode Island. Looks like January 29th from 12 to 2. Go out and bug the crap out of him. United States Champion Daniel Bryan, he's going to be appearing at the Save Mart, Fresno, California, Monday, February 21st, 11 to 12. Not very long. WWE's running a Royal Rumble promotion with Kmart stores where you can receive $10 off the upcoming WWE All-Star video game when you buy $30 worth of WWE merchandise in their store. Might not be too bad a deal if you got anything you want to spend 30 bucks on. WWE has posted part 2 of Where Are They Now, featuring former diva Sunny, where she's helping, talked about helping charities and other topics. Anyway, she said, what I'd really like to do is come back against Vicki Guerrero. I'd like to see that myself. Because, let me tell you, I think Vicki's doing a fantastic job. I'm watching her and I'm like, wow, she really kicks butt. And she really gets her butt kicked, too. Both Paul Heyman and Bill Golberg, they sent their congratulations along to Shawn Michaels for going into the Hall of Fame or being nominated. Playboy model Rebe Sky. Anyway, she recently turned down a deal with the WWE and has been booked for Dragon Gate, by the way, for Dragon Gate USA events January 28th in Manhattan, January 29th in Philadelphia, January 30th, Union City. So catch her there, since WWE didn't have anything to do with her. Probably because she's a model or ex-model. 2 fans, by the way, in attendance at last night's Raw live event in Tennessee noted that John Cena looked good in his match against CM Punk and The Miz, showing no signs of the injury. Cena is back on the road with WWE for good this weekend, I guess. For what it's worth, Randy Orton was not at Raw live event last night. I don't know where he was. Former WWE star MVP on his Twitter account said he's taking his services to Japan. Says, I've always been a fan of Japanese wrestling, so this is yet another dream being fulfilled. I asked for my release so I could go to Japan. Well, now, sometimes in a relationship it gets old, he says, and you fall out of love, and then one day you see one another again. You look good, and spark rekindles a flame. Are we talking about wrestling at all? Alright. Chicago Times, by the way, reported, I don't know if I mentioned it the other day or not, but Mike Adamle got arrested for supposedly DUI. Anyway, the Chicago Times now reports that Mike Adamle's blood alcohol level was at 0.04, below the 0.08 legal limit, when he was arrested for DUI. The local news station that Adamle works is supporting him with the ordeal, which, why wouldn't you? He wasn't even at the legal. Why didn't you even arrest him? Anyway, WWE's Royal Rumble high definition feed is going to be running $49.95 this year, a $5 increase from the standard fee instead of the usual $10. I guess they do a $10 extra fee. Maybe that's what you're talking about. I'll get that phone later. Thursday's episode of WWE Superstars and WGN scored a 0.58 rating with about 606,000 viewers. The replay did a 0.2 rating with about 189,000 viewers. The Miz, he's featured, The Miz defeated CM Punk and John Cena in a triple threat match at last night's WWE Raw event in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This past Thursday's episode of TNA Impact, believe it or not, did a 1.25 rating with about 1,733,000 viewers. This is TNA's highest rating since the October 14th show, right after Bound for Glory. This week's number is up, likely due to the fallout with Genesis and a debut of Matt Hardy. Seen the other day, by the way, former WWE star Shane Helms signed a contract on video for his YouTube page that would see him return in 2011. It's been revealed now that Helms has signed with Lucha Libre USA on MVP. Back to that again. MTV2. First season of the show didn't do so well, but they're working on the second season. Have some action figures coming out soon. I don't get in TV too, so you guys have to let me know whether that's any good or not. President Dixie Carter wrote the following on her Twitter account. Remember, I just told you yesterday that Pro Wrestling Torch reported that TNA officials were considering doing away with the X Division. She says, "I'm not sure where you heard the X Division is going away, but it's not true." Says, "I'm working to beef it up with both familiar and new faces." Furthermore, PW Insider reported that TNA officials are working on something later this year, but that will do, better spotlight, I guess, X Division. So what they're going to do is push it over here for a while and work on something special with it, maybe. SmackDown superstar Christian, who is currently recovering from a torn pectoral muscle, will be appearing at tonight's Florida Championship Wrestling down in Port Charlotte, Florida. He will be doing a meet and greet session for the show. Just don't shake his hand and his arm very hard. WWE is advertising Evan Bourne will be wrestling at the March 19th Raw Live event, Madison Square Garden. Bourne had shoulder surgery back in October to repair a torn rotator cuff. WWE champion The Miz, he attended Chris Jericho's band's Fozzy at Wednesday night in Los Angeles, California. The Miz watched the show in the VIP section. No, not the MVP section. Anyway, Whiskey A Go-Go, which I thought had been closed years ago. And anyway, signed fans for, did signings for some of the fans, I guess, who spotted him. Following the show, the Fozzy show, Miz wrote on his Twitter, "No matter what stage Jericho is on, he knows how not only to make him a star, but give everyone else their props. Great concert, Fozzy." All right. Anyway, I can't remember if I had this on here or not. I'll tell you anyway. Former WWE star, TNA star Kevin Nash answered a fan question on Twitter where he's going to be a part of the Day, and Nash said he parted ways with TNA, but back in the fall. He said, "I'm not going back to TNA. I'm retired." Wasn't it leaked from TNA office that I had signed a month ago? He said, but I wasn't. I never did. But let me find on down here. Okay, Shawn Michaels, he was saying his best in-ring performer. According to Vince McMahon, TNA's Lockdown pay-per-view is going to be announced for, or has been announced for April 17th in Orlando. TNA has canceled their live show in Thursday, February 24th at Bill Ellis Convention Center in Wilson, North Carolina. Got refunds coming that way. And of course, about John Cena's apology for saying ass. I told you about that yesterday. All right. Oh, WWE has released a new illustrated Diva T-shirt featuring Kelly, Eve Torres, Alicia Fox, Maurice, Melina, Layla, and Michelle McCool. And as I was mentioned last week, former WWE Tiffany was pulled from an independent match against former knockout Alicia Flash on the February 5th show in San Francisco. Matches now got Taylor Wilde's retirement match, with Wilde taking on Flash. All right. Dark match before last Monday's taping of TNA. We didn't get to see Shannon Moore defeat T.J. Perkins. Perkins is expected to sign with TNA shortly. He hasn't yet. Beside Amazing Red and El Generico, the other dark match that night, we didn't get to see Angelina Love defeat 20-year-old New York independent wrestler Diva Fly. Last name's Fly. Never heard of it. Divana. D-I-V-I-N-A. She probably hadn't heard of me either. So, hey, anything weird happens, I'll be on here with a special report. Otherwise, I gotta go.